This is Juvie.
And this is Martin.
And we live full time on our 58-foot narrowboat home, Rhapsody in blue.
We're taking you along as we continuously cruise the canals and rivers of the UK with some beautiful scenery, occasional wildlife, landmarks, aqueducts and tunnels. Come with us.
Can actually see the rainbow reflecting in the water. Look at that.
We start this episode at Ivinghoe, where we left you the last time, and this is where it is in the UK. So leaving our mooring, we head south on the Grand Union Canal. We go through Marsworth Junction, past the reservoir, and we end up all the way down at Tring, just before Calroast Lock. So we have been moored on this beautiful mooring with this lovely view over there, just for a couple of days while the weather did its thing. We've had thunderstorms, torrential downpours, haven't we, Matt?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Hopefully the canal start filling with a bit of water now.
Yeah, and now the sun is shining, so we are moving forward. Right, I shall see you at the lock, mister. Yeah, so we know that there's a lock just round the corner. So I'm walking round and Jane's already gone. So I'm going to meet her around there. We're going to get the lock ready and the fellas are going to join us with the boats. We're travelling with our friends Jane and Carwyn, sharing the locks and sharing the workload.
Hello, first lock of the day.
Mm-hmm. And this is their lovely dog, Meg.
Don't let her steal your soul.
So this is Seabrook locks. This is lock number 34 on the Grand Union. Wow. We've just filled the lock up, or we're trying to fill the lock up, but there's a huge, huge gap between the gates. And the water's coming out just as quick as it's going in. It took a while to fill, but we got there in the end. See you at the next lock. The scenery here is beautiful. There's quite a bywash coming out here. That's why Martin's held back, because the bywash is pushing the boat out. Yeah, all the locks are not in our favour, so we're having to empty the locks before we can start. Lock number 2.
30.
Yeah, we're sharing the locks again with our friends Carwyn and Jane. Give us a wave, Jane. Crab apples are falling on the boat. Carwyn's throwing them at Martin. Of course, we're in September, so it's now spider month. So we've got lots of cobwebs to deal with and spiders. The apples are falling onto Jane and Carwyn's boat. It's lovely travelling with friends. We do have a giggle and it's so much more fun doing the locks.
Clear, yeah? Yeah, clear. Get some interaction this way, please.
Look at Carwyn.
Not enough to do.
You hear Carwyn?
No.
He said, do you need a cuddle? I've just noticed that the beam the other side has been braced, but they've done it short. So of course it makes the gate harder to close. It's nowhere near where the footholds are. But Jane's managed it. She's a trooper. So we now come up to a swing bridge, which is manual. So we are pushing it open.
We remembered this swing bridge from 2 years before when I nearly caught my foot underneath it. So we were using the top path rather than the bit with the raised bricks in.
There we are.
Because we didn't want it going over our feet.
And just look, I've got to show you this. Oh, I can't get out there. I can't get my camera there. Look at that bridge reflection. Isn't that gorgeous? So Martin's chosen to come through the trees.
Jungle Jim.
Yes, please. Ta-da! So this is that bridge that we could see from the swing bridge, and a boat has just come through, so the water has been disturbed, but look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous bridge? And look at the reflection. Look at the water reflecting on the roof there to the right hand side, just there. It's dancing. Oh, I love it when these bridges are like askew across. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Fantastic structure. Wharf here. You see the old crane just there. I'm assuming that would have been used to load and unload boats back in the day. Look at the views over there. Wow. So we have picked a glorious day to be cruising. The sun's shining, the sky's blue, little white fluffy clouds. It is gorgeous. And it's not too hot. It's just I think it's about 20 degrees Celsius, so it's wonderful.
There's a mile marker there. It says Braunston 53 miles, going back the other way. You've got the crab apples there. You've got all the red berries on this one. More crab apples and more. Gosh, so much fruit. And here's our next lock. So I shall be getting off. And hopefully it should be in our favour because a boat has just come down, so fingers crossed. So here we go, up to lock number 37. I think it's lock number 4 for us today, so we've done 3 plus a swing bridge, and now this is lock number 4. And it should theoretically be empty. And it is, because the lock is leaking at the top. Those gates, as you can see, the water's rushing in. It was slowly filling the lock. So we've now let the water out. We should be able to open the gates. There we go. So our next lock is just there, and Jane has walked forward and she's just setting it ready. So I'm going to finish this one off. So we've just got this lock opened and done, and Jane is just opening the second gate there. So the fellas can now come straight out of this lock and straight into the next one. These gates are so heavy. Look at that beautiful lock cottage and the sheep in the field. Well, this one's a little bit violent. So Martin's left the lock and he's going to wait for me to the right hand side. Morning.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, so we've done 5 locks and 1 swing bridge.
1 swing bridge.
We're now going to go up to the services at Marsworth Junction, and fingers crossed that the pump out's working, because we're going to get ourselves a pump out. It's a manual one.
Yep.
So Martin gets to do it. And we'll fill up with water, and then we are going to hopefully get a lovely mooring up by the reservoir, if we're really lucky. So originally we did think about mooring up along here, but we've decided to go straight through. And this is where the Red Lion pub is, to the left here, and I believe it's had a fire, hasn't it, Martin?
Yeah, but it's reopened.
Has it? I can see a lot of scaffolding there. I don't know whether that's from the pub. Looks like it has got all the scaffolding on it still. So it would be nice to think it is open though. So just through this bridge is the services, and it looks like there's a wide beam already on there. Perhaps there's a space in front. Fingers crossed. Done our services. We didn't get to doing a pump out in the end because there was a boat in the way, and we thought, do you know what, we can probably last. So we are now back on our way again. This is of course the entrance to the Aylesbury Arm, which is closed at the moment due to lack of water, and I think the CRT are taking this opportunity to do repairs to the other locks. So this is now new waters for us. We've not been any further than Marsworth Junction before, so all of this is new. We are hoping that we might get a mooring at the reservoir, but we really don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. These here are long-term moorings. These are moorings that you pay CRT and you book a mooring and you can stay here so long as you pay. Well, that wasn't far. Here's our first lock and it looks like it's overflowing, so that's definitely full and will need emptying. To get to the other side of the locks, you often have to go across the beams. It's not my favourite thing to do, but it's quite safe. Sometimes I'm very grateful for my ratchet windlass, as some of these mechanisms are just so stiff.
Look how clear the water is. Look down there, you can see the paddle. You can actually see the paddle. Hopefully the camera's going to pick this up, but the water's so clear you can see the gate paddle. I don't know if I can actually film it though. I've got nowhere to put my camera. Let me see.
Yes, the water was so clear we could actually see the gate paddle. We've never seen that before, let alone see it working. Keep your eyes on where the arrow is pointing and you can actually see the little trapdoor, the paddle, opening.
Hopefully you can see the paddles being raised. Because the water is so clear. And that's allowing the water to go through the gap underneath. Well, I really hope that's coming out. I can't see it on this screen because it's so tiny, but wow.
So it looks like we've got a little Water's Edge cafe here. And it says Water's Edge, coffee, brunch, ice cream, cakes, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 4, weekends 9 till 5. Lovely. I think we'll be coming back here.
I think so. So all over there is the Marsworth Reservoir, but unfortunately there's no mooring, there's no space to get one, let alone two boats in. So we're having to go up more locks.
We were so disappointed that we couldn't get a mooring, but I thought I'd put the drone up so we could see the reservoir from the air. You can see how close the canal is to the reservoir. We will moor there on our way back. And although you can see that the reservoir is not full, there is plenty of water. This is looking back at Marsworth Junction, and the Aylesbury Arm that we went past earlier branches off to the left.
If you look far over there, you can see how far the reservoir is down. I'm so upset that we can't moor here, that there's no moorings. Hopefully on the way back, eh? So we've just done one extra look and it looks like we might possibly be doing another 4. Yippee! You can tell how excited I am.
One last look back at the reservoir.
So yet another lock beam that's been braced. This seems to be the main fix nowadays, to brace it, but it works and it saves the lock being out of action. And here comes Martin. There's a beautiful little lock cottage there, look at that. I think if I didn't live on a boat, I think I'd want a lock cottage in a pretty area. And the next lock is exactly the same, with the temporary bracing on the beams. On this lock, this is as far as the gate will open. So the fellas are going to have to come in one side and then move across. Not a lot we can do. It just won't open any further. So Martin's come in and now he's going across to the right so that Carwyn can come in. It looks like these are old pounds next to the locks that have been taken over by wildlife. Okay, so I think this is our penultimate lock. Hopefully we shall get a mooring at the top of these. Well, this is a very low pound. Look at this, and we're taking, every time we go through the lock, we're taking more water away from it. Okay, so this pound is really, really, really low, and we're having trouble opening those top gates. So I'm going to walk around and see if this lock has got a lock full of water, or if I can let a little bit of water down, because yeah, this pound is too low. So as you can see, the boats are limping round. I've managed to let a little bit of water through, but they are limping round. It is so low. Look, you can see down there. Look, it's about 2 foot down, at least. Okay, and the next pound up isn't much better. So Martin's made it in, and Carwyn's managed to get through as well. Another lovely little lock cottage, look at that. What's the date on that? It is 1909. Wow.
Sing us a song, Carwyn.
And again, this pound is low too. Hopefully this will be our last lock today. Ready? And this here is the Wendover arm, which apparently is closed at the moment. Look at these old boats. Wowza.
The old working boats are typically around 72 feet long.
Bates Boat Yard.
So this is what we're finding. Everywhere we go, the moorings are already taken. So goodness knows where we're going to be mooring today. We've already done an extra 5 or 6 locks. Don't really want to do any more. Dun 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 dun. Can you see the squirrel? Squirrel on the wire. These big old buildings here, look. Looks like they've been converted into flats or apartments.
Nice, isn't it?
That's
when
an
they do it.
old wharf, isn't it?
I'd say something to obviously loaded something here.
Look at this here, in the middle. Just coming into view now, look. Oh, do you reckon that was a church?
Probably. Oh no, a wharf. Might have been a clock tower or something.
Oh yeah, could have been, couldn't it?
Move all these stuff.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, you've got the tracks there.
Yeah.
And the old cart. And the pub is called the Grand Junction. And here we have a lovely bridge. 133A. So we thought we had a mooring then, but we realised this is the winding hole and it's a water point. So we can't moor here. So we're carrying on. So it is beautiful through here. We are now, as we've come up all of those locks, we are now actually at Tring Summit. So any locks in front of us now will be going down. But we're travelling through Tring Cutting. As you can see, you've got high banks to the right and a high bank to the left. So we are travelling down a cutting, and that's where the canals get the nickname the cut, because a lot of them were cut out of the landscape. So we're travelling down the cut. So it looks like we have a bridge reflection. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Look how high that bridge is. That's amazing. And look through the bridge. Honestly, it's like going into another world. Oh, wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, so I've told Martin that we've got a big branch going right across the canal here. So Martin's cut the engine and he's going to go slowly past it. The thing with these branches is you never know how much extra there is. Yeah, it does come across a little bit more. Perfect, Martin. Look at that. Look at the reflections in the water when the sun gets through. It is beautiful through here. Just lovely. Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, it's so lovely when we meet somebody that watches our videos. Thank you so much. That was lovely. We're coming up to another bridge, number 135. Still no sign of any moorings. Certainly not ones that are under the trees in the dark. Hiya. Because we really want to get some of that solar. Looks like we've got a huge log in the water here. Hopefully the boat is just going to push these to one side. That's it. I managed to push them with my hook. Look at these reflections. Look at the reflection of that boat in the water. How cool is that? So we're just hoping that the canal is going to open up so that we get a little bit of open skies. I mean, this is stunning going through here, but we would like some solar. And we have a bridge reflection. This is bridge number 136. Lovely looking bridge, isn't it? Beautiful view through there. So it looks like we found a mooring just along there. Perfect. The sun's just gone behind a cloud at the moment, but it looks like we are going to get some solar. And this was the view from the hatch, so it was well worth the journey. What a beautiful mooring. Oops. Martin nearly fell over. We're just on our way to meet some subscribers. They just messaged us and we said we'd walk up and meet them. So this is exciting. We've just met up with Joan and David. They came out to see us. Thank you so much. That really nice. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much. Thank you. And they bought us a bottle of plonk. Look at that. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
Look at that, cormorant. So up there is a fuel boat. Now, we didn't know they were coming along. We're just going to hope that he's going to allow us to flag him down, because we do need fuel and it would be perfect. And we've just found out that he's got a good price as well. So this one is B&W Fuels, and they do gas, coal and diesel. Love these old boats. Look at this. Gorgeous. There's a train going past as well, so that's the noise. So in there you've got coal. gas bottles and diesel. And this is his beautiful dog, Amber. You are beautiful, Amber. Look at that lovely eyeliner. Hey! Yes, we always try to use the fuel boats whenever we can. Our friends had somewhere to go, so we offered to look after their boat and Meg. So we took her over the field and we had a really good play. What have you got? You got your bone. You got your bone. Oh, it's my turn, is it? Okay. She's such a happy dog. And then we saw this. We couldn't believe it, and I didn't even have my camera. All I had was my phone. What did I say? I won't bring my proper camera. It's my phone. And just when we thought Meg had had enough, she wanted more. We had such a lovely day. Thank you, Meg. So we've got a bit of a thunderstorm looming at the moment. That's thunder from that direction. Join us next time as we continue our journey south. And if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, it's totally free, and click the notification bell and YouTube will let you know next time we upload. And don't forget, you can hype the videos now too, that really helps us out. Leave us a comment too, we love reading them and I answer every single one. A huge shout out to all our Friends of Rhapsody channel members. Thank you so much for your continued support. And once again, we really appreciate your regular coffees, Nicholas Simpson. Thank you. And most of all, thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.